I think it's worth bearing in mind when people take trades, and trading is incredibly difficult. And so if you go into financial markets with a kind of, I'm just going to take a punt on an opportunity, actually it is like going into a casino. However, if you go into a market and actually study the market and really do your research, then you're bringing the edge to you. And that's when it starts moving away from being what someone would consider a casino. It really is, you only get back what you put into it.
So then, is the stock market rigged, or do you need to have external internal information to be profitable?
That is a good question. And actually, when we say the stock market, it's worth bearing in mind that the stock market encompasses thousands and thousands and thousands of different products. And perhaps this question, really shows how important liquidity is. Now, liquidity really tells you how many buyers and how many sellers there are at any one time. And I think, it's worth bearing in mind something like the euro versus the dollar has trillions of dollars of pounds trading it on a day-to-day basis. So much information is out there, it's impossible for one person to know more than another person about how the euro reacts with the dollar. On the flip side, you might look at a very small mining stock where one of the directors knows that they've recently struck gold in a mine, and clearly that information isn't as open. So, yes, there are, I'm sure there must be times where having insider information would help you if it was legal, but it all depends on the thing that you're trading. So I think the more liquid the product that you are, the less actually knowledge or insider knowledge is relevant.
Do you think smart poker players make better traders?
Absolutely. In fact, there has been a variety of studies done that poker players are actually the most likely audience from a kind of gaming background to move into finance. And maybe if you think about it, it's relatively obvious in terms of a poker player decides when to go in, he decides when to go out, he decides when he's got a good hand, when it's not a good hand, and he moves away from the market. And these are all things that actually we see from good traders. And sometimes the best trade is not to trade, and that's like a poker player, where he decides not to actually get involved in a game. We've actually found that poker players move quite way to finance as well, because poker players over the last few years perhaps have got a little bit bored with poker. They're running 2 o'clock in the morning games against people at other sides of the world. Well, actually, financial markets allow you to trade 24 hours a day. So we've found actually that poker players do progress to trading financial markets. And it's quite possible as well that people prefer to call themselves a trader rather than a poker player.
In your experience, do women make better traders? And what common traits do you find that profitable traders have, maybe in women?
Honestly, I can't answer that. And I think the reason why I can't answer that is simply there are so few female traders. It's rare, and I don't know why it's the case. And so what might be right is actually the female traders that we see are, on average, better than men, simply because that they've found trading and they've put more effort into it. We're getting the female traders with us have really decided this is what they want to do, and so have put a lot more effort into it. So I couldn't tell you. It's a real shame. There should be more females trading.